Good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far. Today, I'm not exactly sure what I am going to be doing. I might move one of my other seeds that I have started, like I'm thinking the zinnias, into a different container out of the seed starter tray like I did yesterday with the marigolds. Besides that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. And if you hear water, the garden just turned on, so I'm going to give them some water. How much do they need? I can't really tell. Ooh, a lot, okay. Also, that petunia back there absolutely did not make it, but the main one did, which is very exciting. But yeah, unfortunately, I did lose one of the very old 2.5-year-old petunias, which I am very upset about. But at least I still have one and she's doing good and she has flowers on her. So, you know, I guess that's good, but I am very upset by that. I don't see any wasps over. Oh, nope, there's a wasp and a bee. Looks like the tomatoes did well and they made it through the rain. I'm going to show you this guy because he's the closest, but those tomatoes are getting kind of big. That's very exciting. I'm just really zoomed in, but there are lots of tomatoes. I don't want to go over there because there are wasps everywhere. But yeah, those are looking very, very healthy. Yay, they made it through all the rain. That tomato plant does not look like it's doing well, but the rest of them look like they're doing very well. I also need to get out here and remove some of the plants that are growing in here that I don't want growing because there are a few of them, but otherwise, you know, everything's doing really well. Also, maple tree in the center of the screen. Hey little ones, are you guys ready to get into a different container? They definitely need it. Like this little one isn't able to stand up for some reason. So I'm gonna put these guys into, I'm thinking 2 separate containers. Maybe one would be better. So I'm gonna decide that actually. I'm not sure, but I think I'll actually do just one. I was planning on 2, so I brought 2 containers over here, but yeah, I think just one will be better. I think I might have just found a very good spot to put you on while I do this actually, so you might be able to see what I'm doing. And also the marigolds from yesterday are still doing well and not showing any signs of stress today, which is very exciting because obviously I am always very worried about, you know, stressing them out too much and them not surviving, but so far they're doing really good. There are lots of little fungus gnats over here. It is very annoying. All right, little ones, let's get you guys into a new container. I'm also going to be able to use the rest of the coconut soil that came with the parlor palms that I got the other day. Nothing has sprouted yet, by the way, but they are still doing good as far as I can tell. See how these guys' roots are. Don't have many roots compared to the marigolds. That's fascinating. Can you see? I know there's dirt on there and everything, but there's really not many roots. I wonder why the marigolds had so many roots. I'm definitely only doing 1 container because of that. There you go. You can see this one's root a little bit better. You see how there is such a small little root? It's very interesting. Hopefully these guys won't be too stressed out in their new containers because of that. So I am being like extra gentle. All right, little guy, last one. Well, I made a mess of the soil all over my countertop, but the little ones are repotted and hopefully they will do better in this container. I'm just gonna get these little guys some water, and I think because that didn't take any time whatsoever and I have a container still out, I'm gonna do the lunarias even though I wasn't planning to. They're in the windowsill over here. I know I probably don't need to, and I just gave these little guys water just like a couple hours ago, but I think I want to get these guys out of the seed starter tray too, just because I feel like that'd probably be a good idea. Also, I think I need to trim the duckfoot plant because these guys are getting super tall all of a sudden, and yeah, they are definitely growing, which is very exciting, but I don't want them to get leggy, so I might give them a trim, not today, but you know, in the next couple of days. I'm gonna get these guys today too, because why not? That didn't take very long at all with the zinnias. Come here, little ones. They should probably only need 1 container, or should I separate these guys into 2? I think I'll do 2 for them. That means I need a little container. Here we go. I might actually need some soil. I'll use that. That'll be fine. How did I get you up there before? Stay. Please stay. Nope. I don't know how I did this before. Stay. Okay, anyway, I am almost done getting the lunaria into their new containers, and I am making an absolute mess. Oops, I'm not in frame. Oh well, you can still hear me. But I am making an absolute mess all over the counter and slightly on the floor as well, but that's okay. I can clean it up in a bit. But I just realized that I forgot to show you these little guys' roots. They are pretty much the same as the zinnias, honestly. They're kind of thin, but they are a little bit longer and stronger than the zinnias, but they're still not as good as the marigolds, which is fascinating to me. I don't know why the marigolds roots are so much stronger than everyone else's. Maybe it's just because they're more mature. I have no idea. But these little guys are officially replanted. I just need to add a little bit more soil. They don't need any water because I just gave them that. It did make it easier to take them out, honestly, because the soil was a bit more sticky and held together, even though I made more of a mess. I'll show you the mess that I made once I get everybody like covered in soil and stuff. So give me just 1 second to do that, and then I'll show you what they look like in their new containers. It's very exciting being able to get these guys out of the seed start trays and like move them into a kind of more of a permanent home. And I wasn't expecting to do 2 of them today, but you know, I didn't really want to just do 1 at a time. I figured that would just take way too long because I have too many plants for that. Gotta wash my hand off real quick because it is covered in soil. Actually didn't get too much on the ground. I did better than I thought I did there. Good thing I just cleaned my countertop off yesterday, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. That's the only thing that I got on the ground, so that's actually pretty good. I'll just pick that up in a second. But these are the lunarias in their new containers. Hopefully they'll stand up a little bit better here soon. These guys are super leggy, so I'm hoping that they will be a bit stronger, you know, once they get used to their containers and their roots grow a bit stronger. But yeah, I'm gonna put these guys back in the windowsill because they were definitely enjoying it over there. And these guys, the little zinnias, are gonna stay over here with the palm trees and the marigolds. I'm so happy that they are doing well. They look a lot happier in this container. And it is nice and sunny today, and it feels so good right now in here. And I am not going to be changing the yarn color today. It is staying on the yellow yarn, and also having this blanket on the shelf. If you watched yesterday's video, I showed you where it is now. It doesn't have to be in the middle of my room anymore. It is so nice having it there. I know I've said it for the past 3 days, but I am loving the new desk and how it's set up and everything. But as for things that I did today, besides obviously repotting the couple of little plants that I just did, I did not get to sewing my other arm, sleeve, whatever you want to call that. I wasn't in the mood to do any sewing today. So I did get out and run a couple of errands, and that was a lot of fun. So besides that, honestly, didn't really do much. That took a lot longer than I was expecting it to. Oh yeah, and I did get out and check the garden. I forgot I did that. Wow, that feels like so long ago. I wasn't able to get close to the plants, obviously, because the wasps were out there and I didn't want to anger them any more than they already were. The one tomato plant for some reason isn't doing well. Actually, I probably know why. Whatever I plant there, this isn't the first time, obviously, that I have done the garden out there. I've done it every year for... Is this my 4th or 5th year doing the garden? I don't know, but I have done it for quite a few years now, and every time I try and plant something in that spot, nothing lives, and I don't know why. It is the weirdest thing. So the fact that it's still somewhat okay is very impressive. I have no idea why nothing grows in that spot, because it's like exactly the same as all the rest of the garden as far as I can tell. Like, it's the same soil and it's the same, like, I have no idea, but it's very strange. So it's not very surprising that that little one isn't doing well, but it's still, you know, kind of disappointing that it's not doing well, but not unexpected. What is unexpected is the fact that the plants are doing better than, you know, I ever could have imagined them to be at this point, because I honestly didn't think that many of them would have survived even getting outside, and them like already having tomatoes on them is absolutely crazy to me, and I am so excited about it. I don't know if those tomatoes are going to taste very good or not, because the little plants I'm sure have been kind of stressed out getting used to going outside and getting into the garden and everything. So I don't know if those are gonna taste very good, but I'll let you know. Since it is in frame, kind of, is it right? It's right there, the string of turtles. It has one vine that is officially touching the ground, and I need to trim that little guy really badly because I noticed that earlier when I gave it water. It's kind of crazy because that one is propagated from that plant. But I am going to continue on knitting this row real quick, and I will be right back to show you what the blanket looks like at the end. How long do you think it's actually going to take me to fully complete this blanket? Because I was looking at the 2025 and I was wondering, how long do you think it's going to take me to fully complete this blanket next year? Because obviously because at the end of the year, like December 31st, there are 31 days in December, I think. I'm not sure right now. I think there are 31. But on New Year's Eve, that will be the last day of the colors that I use. But that's not going to be the last day of making this blanket because I still will have to make the border. I don't think, because I'll be able to knit more than one row at a time because I'll just be using the white yarn. But I am very curious as to how many extra days into next year this is going to take to finish, because I'm going to have to do the border to match this end in the white, and also I want to go all the way up the sides of the blanket with the white as well, so it's like a kind of like in a frame type thing. If I'll be able to finish it in January next year, or if it's going to like go into the year a little bit, because that's kind of crazy to think about. I won't be done with this blanket at the end of this year. It's kind of interesting for me to think about how much longer this blanket actually has till it's done, because yeah, it's not just going to be finished at the end of the year, and it's very interesting for me to think about. Now I'm all done with the knitting for today, and this is what the blanket looks like up close. You can kind of see the couple of yellow lines there, and let me back up. See, here's the whole blanket so you can see it. Oh wait, no, there you go. Now you can see the whole thing. I don't think the bottom was quite in frame. But yeah, this is the entire blanket for the year so far. All right, let me put this back in the basket and the scissors so I don't lose them, and back up on the shelf. It's so cool that I actually have a spot for that now, and it actually like looks like it goes there. It just looks so cute over there. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it, but more importantly, I hope you enjoyed your day today no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you enjoyed your day. And yeah, tomorrow for me, I am going to be taking care of all my plants like I normally do on Wednesdays. And I also really want to get that other arm sleeve glove thingy, whatever it is that I showed you in yesterday's video. I want to get that sewn as well so that I can actually wear them when I want to instead of just having the one done, because I know me, I'll only do the one and then it will be like 6 months later and I'll finally finish it. But yeah, I would like to get that done as well tomorrow. So it'll be probably just me taking care of my plants and hopefully getting that thing sewn. That is my plan. But that's not till tomorrow, so I hope you enjoyed today's video and you're enjoying your day today. And thank you again so much for watching. I hope you know how much it means to me that you take time out of your day to watch these videos. It means so much. So thank you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day today. Bye. I'll see you later.